Good afternoon and welcome to Coffee on the Coast. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Welcome to Coffee on the Coast. I'm your host today, Tina Prigge. I am delighted to be joined by Tim Gedzinski from the Manitowoc Public Library. Cool fact, Tim, you were the last Coffee on the Coast live stream of 2021, and now you're the first Coffee on the Coast live stream of 2022. That's a pretty cool distinction.
Golly, I'll accept it. That's quite an honor. And it also means that I just never go away. And do you know what I noticed? Which it kind of ties in slightly. I am wearing the exact same thing now as I was in the promo picture that you guys put together for the appearance today. So it's all working out. I do have more than two shirts, maybe. There's no proof.
That makes me want to check the archives to see if this is what we were both wearing on the last broadcast last year. It's quite possible it was.
Oh, please do. Well, you were wearing a sparkly hat. I think you were wearing a Christmas hat. But yeah, beyond that, I was distracted by the hat. I can't say about the scarf and the top.
It wasn't as cold as it is today either. It's snowy and it's blustery today, so I am probably bundled up a bit more.
Is it still snowing? Because I haven't looked outside.
Yeah, nothing major. It doesn't look like, but
okay. Well,
classic Wisconsin day.
Thank you for the update. Now you're also a meteorologist, so
just looking out the window.
Just like a meteorologist. That's how Craig Dillon does the weather over at WCUB during his forecast. He does a pure window forecast. Which I love, I think that's great. It's so, old-timey. I love it.
But wait, is it really a forecast if you're just calling what you see right now?
I guess it's a nowcast, really.
Nowcast.
But, at least he's paying attention.
Right. Cool. So you mentioned the clothes that you're wearing, and that's kind of fortuitous because today we're going to be talking about clothes and other materials. We're talking about this cool program that you've got upcoming at the library called Don't Throw It Out, Fix It, Hemming and Repair Basics with Betty. All right,
exactly.
Tim, tell us more because this sounds super useful.
Well, what's great about it is that it's kind of a reboot of the entire Idea Box makerspace because the COVID pandemic hit just weeks after we had just done the ribbon cutting on the first floor. So now we're finally getting to actually move back into using the Idea Box. So Tina, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine. You seem to be frozen.
I seem to be frozen.
We're just looking at a picture of you, but we can hear you fine.
All right, because you're frozen on my end too. I don't know what's going on, but that's okay. Oh, well, now I seem to be at least jerkily moving around. So there it is. Don't throw it out, fix it. It is a really great program that we have coming up at the library, and it's being taught by Betty Schwede, who is supposed to be here today. Talking about the program that she's presenting. Unfortunately, she's feeling a little under the weather. So they called me out of the bullpen to talk about it because I was in on the planning phase of it. And what it is it's just a simple introductory course to using the 4 sewing machines that we have in the Idea Box. So what Betty's going to be doing is going over simple repairs, button placement, hemming, some minor alterations, no zippers, though. That's the important thing. Zippers are the next level of things to do with the sewing machines. But she's going to be going over the different feet, what you guys can all do when you use the sewing machines in the Idea Box. And the whole plan on Thursday, the 27th, when this presentation is taking place, is for you to bring in one article of clothing or one project that you're working on. And Betty will show you how to do it or how to improve on your technique. And it's just a really nice introductory way to familiarize yourself with both the sewing machines and the Idea Box.
And so does that mean the Idea Box? Tell us more about that. So for example, somebody takes this course, they learn the basics, their way around a sewing machine. Are those sewing machines then do you reserve time slots for them? Are they usable at other times other than the classes if somebody wants to read a pattern and try to make their own shirt, for example?
Sure. Now, that is an excellent question. It's almost like you do this on a nearly daily basis. But what's great about it is, and this is why we're doing it well in advance of the 27th, is the Idea Box is a hands on learning area within the library. And sewing is just one of the things in there. Upcoming is going to be a three doodler pen class, and then the 3D printing. And there's just all sorts of things that are going to be starting to roll out in a really decent way so that we can use this fantastic area we have. But to concentrate on the machines at hand, the four sewing machines, what you need to do with any of the things in there, but specifically for this class, is you need to get badged, is what we're calling it. Once you're badged on the machines, then you can set up times to use it whenever. So like you were saying, if you want, you can take this class. Also, if you're just a proficient sewer already, you could come to one of these badging sessions, and then you could use the machine whenever you wanted. And there
So
are
does the
four machines.
badge just ensure that a person has, the right knowledge regarding safety and use and all of that? Is it
That's
kind of like
exactly
how
correct.
A Cub Scout earns their different patches, right, when they've learned something?
Exactly. I mean, really, that's what it is. It's so that one, you don't damage the machine that you're working on, and two, that you don't damage yourself. That you don't hurt yourself. That this one, of course, you're working with needles and sharper things and things that feed. So it's good to have that basic knowledge so that you can have a very positive experience and walk away with no injuries and a piece of clothing and the machine's still intact. It's just really a basic learning process. And I have some dates that I could give you if you would like
Yes,
for this.
yes,
All right.
definitely.
I'm going to cheat and actually look at a piece of paper so that I don't say the wrong thing. The badging sessions start for this next Tuesday, January 11th, from 6 to 7:30. Come in at any point during that, and you can get badged on that. Then on Tuesday, January 18th, from 6:30 to 7:30, and then Thursday, January 20th, from 6 to 7. And if you are going to sign up for the Fix It program, you do need to be badged ahead of time. So on either January 11th, January 18th, or January 20th. Just show up and you'll be good to go for that class. But like I said, if you're already a proficient sewer and you wanted to use one of the machines at the library, come to one of these sessions, you can get badged, and then you can just do your work at your own time.
Oh, that's awesome. So let's tell people again then this specific program, don't throw it out, fix it. Hemming and Repair Basics with Betty is on Thursday, January 27th at 6 p.m. That's an
Exactly.
in-person class, obviously. You're not
That
doing
is
it on
in
Facebook.
person, and registration is required. So go to the events page at www.manitowoclibrary.org and click on the 27th on the calendar on that specific program, and you can register, which I would suggest doing because there are four machines, so the class, it's not just open to four people, but the class will fill up pretty rapidly, I believe. That's why we're trying to get out there in advance and let people know about the badging process as well.
And it's so useful, I think, to know these skills that you're talking about, like the hemming and the basic repairs, because yeah, something might be in great condition and a little hem lets loose, or like a seam separates, or like my son always seems to tear the tags out of his shirts, and then lo and behold, there's a little gap in the shirt where the tag was sewn in, right?
Well,
So what a great skill
yeah,
to know how to do those basic repairs.
definitely. And those tags are so inconsistent. Some of them rip out and you're okay. So you're led to believe that that's going to be the way it is for every shirt or pair of pants. And it's a lie. It is
It's
a,
a
a
lie.
textilic lie. But no, it's great. Like what if you have a pair of pants that's in perfect condition except for one seam? This is a great way to be both, it's a fun, practical, and thrifty sort of class. So, it
Right.
checks all sorts of boxes. And you're right, it's a skill that in some ways has fallen to the wayside. Like we were talking before the show started, back in college, I was in theater, and so we had to take costuming classes. So I was way more proficient on a sewing machine than I am now. Now if I sew, it's just needle and thread, and it takes forever
Yeah.
compared to a sewing
And
machine.
what a good point you bring up too, Tim, right? Because this class is in no way gender specific, right? This is for anyone as long as you're
Oh yeah,
18 and older, right?
14 and older.
Oh, 14 and older. Okay.
Yeah, I believe. Am I wrong? I could be wrong.
Um, the
18 and
graphic that
older.
you
No,
shared says
you're
doesn't.
right. I was thinking of the three doodler pen, which is 14 and older. This one is 18 and older. It is an adult class, as you very acutely pointed out. And but no, it anyone can take it. Doesn't matter as long as you're
Okay,
over
that's
18.
awesome. So yeah, as long as you're over 18. So that's fantastic. So the shirt that you're wearing is not a shirt of your creation. Is that true?
No, no, it is not. I believe it might be Land's End, but I don't know.
Because you ripped the tag out?
Uh, sure, just got rid of it right away. Now, just because I've had it for a while and I've stopped paying attention to my
Yeah,
shirt,
nice.
which is
You know,
sad.
it's funny because Jason was wearing a pair of socks yesterday with a big hole in the heel of the sock. And I thought, once upon a time, people knew how to darn that, right? How to
Oh
repair
yeah,
that but I was like, I have no idea where to even begin. I know people put it like on a light bulb maybe to stretch it out, but that's as far as my knowledge goes of the darning process.
yeah. I remember my grandma used to do it. And she would darn our socks back in the day, but now it's just the holes appear and you go buy another or order online another big bag of socks, and then
Right.
then you wear them till the holes appear and lather, rinse, repeat. It's like, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, these are great skills to have, and it may seem old timey, but it really isn't. Like the advances when I look at the machines now compared to the machines that I was used to working, there's just so much more you can do with them. And this is, this class, don't throw it out, fix it, is just a taste, and I think there'll be more classes to come, once people are comfortable at a certain level, and we know there are enough people at a certain level, then take it to the next level. Because Betty is a great sewer and a great quilter as well. So um,
So there's a couple of important takeaways from this, right? Is that on the Manitowoc Public Library staff, there's somebody knowledgeable about the art of quilting. And so anybody in the community that has a question, there's a staff resource. That's
mhm,
awesome. And, having your own sewing machine isn't always economically feasible, right? How do you access a sewing machine if you don't have your own? Well, it's
mhm.
awesome to know that right here at the Manitowoc Public Library, that resource is available. All you have to do is make sure that you get trained so that you're safe, so that you protect the equipment. That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, and it really is a fairly simple, very basic process. It's not like this arduous 6-week course you have to go through. It really is just like a one shot, one evening part of the evening deal. And then you're good to go. And you're right, it is really economically feasible. Buying even if you're thinking about buying a sewing machine, even if you're thinking about, getting back into making your own clothes or being able to repair your own clothes, um, now you can give it a run before you go out and drop the money on it for yourself. And these are really nice machines. And so, yeah, it's what I love about the library is the amount of free things, the access to free things, free experiences, which,
Yeah.
you help us to promote every week, but, it's just great to have this resource in the community. And the idea box, the whole idea behind this makerspace was there's more than one way to learn. There's definitely more than one way to learn, and a lot of people are better with tactile learning, hands-on learning. So we had certain occasions where that would pop up, but we really wanted something where people would have access to it all the time. And then just as we were going to start introducing things, the pandemic hit, which set us back. And I know we're still in the midst of another bright, shiny, new, sharp set of teeth of the pandemic. But you know, we're moving past the pure isolationism of it, and we can start opening it up. It's smaller. The class sizes are smaller than what, we had um, anticipated, but at least it's happening again.
Yeah, that is so awesome. So let's run through all the details. I'm going to put the
All right,
graphic back up for the specific class. And then while that's up there, let's tell people if you could remind them again about the different badge dates.
definitely. And by putting that poster up, you don't get to see me reading. So that's important as well. Uh, the badging classes start next Tuesday, January 11th from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Then the next one is on the following Tuesday, January 18th from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. And then the last one before Don't Throw It Out, Fix It comes along is on Thursday, January 20th from 6 to 7 p.m. And just remember, you do need to get badged before you take this class. You can register for Don't Throw It Out, Fix It prior to getting badged, but make sure once you're registered that you get badged, because if you show up on the 27th and you haven't been badged, you're not going to be able to take the course.
Okay, so viewers, for adults ages 18 and older, this course is for you. Don't Throw It Out, Fix It, Hemming and Repair Basics with Betty on Thursday, January 27th, 6 p.m. in person at the Manitowoc Public Library. Registration is required and it is currently open. And you can get there by going to the Manitowoc Library webpage, which is manitowoclibrary.org. And then did you say, was there a slash or some specific place they should go, Tim?
Head to the events page, because the URL for the events page is just way too long. Way too long to go to dole out here. But just go to our website, click on the events tab. The January calendar page is the first thing that's going to pop up. Go to the 27th, double click on that, and you can register.
And then Laura Lee has a comment. Fast fashion is one of the biggest plastic polluters of the earth now. This is such a great education opportunity that can affect so many. Laura Lee, thanks so much for that comment.
Thank you. Yes. Agreed. I mean, there's nothing else to be said.
Yeah, that sums it up perfectly. The perfect reason for this course. And like you said too, Tim, a pair of pants, I was thinking, belt loops. Belt loops always seem to go first on pants. And instead of recycling them or tossing them out, you can now have the skills to repair it yourself.
Exactly. And even if it just comes down to it's a pair of pants that you love, it's a shame to lose something that is so comforting on a certain level, because a belt loop goes, and trust me, I have tried to repair with a needle and thread a belt loop, and denim is not your friend when it comes to just doing that, but with a sewing machine, lickety split, 5 seconds later, your pants are your pants once again.
That is so awesome. Tim, as always, thank you so much for sharing the knowledge, for joining us on Coffee on the Coast, and letting the community know what is all available. And the fact that we never seem to repeat ourselves. There's always something new and exciting and so beneficial with the educational resources that are available at the Manitowoc Public Library. I'm just so thankful for what we have in our community.
Well, and thank you so much for helping us to get the word out. And, that's our goal, to keep expanding and evolving with the community so that, we always can be bringing forth things that are in line with what they need at any given time. That isn't, things that repeat. We love doing like the Great Decisions lecture series, but I don't think we've ever presented a similar, from year to year, it's not the same lectures. It's always something different. So, evolving is so important, and that's what we intend to do with the community.
Thanks for keeping it great, Tim. We will see you next time on Coffee on the Coast. Take care, everyone.
Bye.